I know y'all tuning in, but quick, dope commercial break. Look, check this out. Go to FSC Brand Academy and also check out the link below, fsc.academy, to get some enlightenment, man. We're giving you all the shortcuts that we wish we took.
Hey, welcome to Four Quarters Show. I don't even want to say podcast because we're worldwide, right? All right, let me start it over. Hey, welcome to the Four Quarters podcast. I think this one is going to be one of my favorites because we're talking about things that most men don't even speak about, right? So, and a lot of the times, being men, we get overlooked, you know, from being little boys. You know what I mean? Like, if you fall, they're going to tell you, hey, get up. Man, don't worry about that. Get up, man. You're a boy. If anything happens to you, you need to learn how to figure it. You need to learn how to figure it out. And it's, you know, I guess it's good, and it has its goods, and it has its bads to it as well. But we're talking about mental health, and the reason why the mental health is so important for me is because I actually had some friends that I grew up with that actually killed themselves. Not only killed themselves, but killed somebody else and then killed themselves. So it's a real serious thing. So we could go ahead and dive into that. You feel me? Mental health, man. Like, what y'all think about it? You know,
I feel like, you know, even though it's like a buzzword and it's kind of cliche right now, I feel like that shouldn't take away from the fact that it is incredibly important to even like consider your mental health, the state of your mental health, and just how you are as a man or person in general. You feel me? So it goes deep, man, because you know you got to be in tune with yourself and whatnot. So I know I be kind of having my little mental health issues, as we all do, especially as entrepreneurs. So I'm definitely excited to dive deep into this topic here.
It's crazy because like you say, you have your mental health issues and stuff like that, but like somebody may look at you, like how you dress, you know, you work out and stuff like that, like your overall your appearance health and your vibe wise, you probably wouldn't even know that. You know what I'm saying? You can't really see or touch like mental health. You know what I'm saying? But you having issues, you know, from time to time. Like, how do you deal with that? Like what do you do to like kind of like overcome your issues when you having them?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You really can't see and you can't tell what anybody's going through. Me personally, there's a number of ways I deal with it. One of them, probably one of the main things I deal with it is working out or just physical activity. Because for me, working out, for me personally, is like a form of therapy, my own type of therapy. I go in there and I'm like, lately I've been working out. I've been like really expressing gratitude. I've been thanking the Most High that I'm able to move and I'm mobile and stuff like that. So that gratitude kind of helps me, and then also the concentration that it takes. I'm able to focus on one thing, rep by rep, set by set, and I'm able to like put it in like a systematic order and to see results. So I feel like that's helped me out tremendously in development and just dealing with mental health. So to answer your question, yeah, that's one thing I do amongst other things and stuff. I don't know about y'all boys.
No, that's dope. If I could even bring it back a little bit, man, based on what you originally said too, Cap, that buzzword. You know, sometimes a lot of us stay away from that word, mental health, or we abuse it too, or whoever it could be, whether it's the media, social media, blah, blah, blah. Mental health issues is like, that's always the way people are going right now, and just blaming on mental health. But it is a real thing, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, Rick, man, it has no prejudice. Mental health doesn't walk around and say, hey, I got mental health. You don't even know. And like you said, G, there's a lot of people that I've personally known, that you have just stated that you personally known that did the ultimate and committed suicide. And some of the things that I hear is like, yo, you never would have thought this person did such and such. I never saw that coming. But you can't see it coming because that person's dealing with it internally, and you don't know what that person's going through. You might wear it well. Like I joke around, and I shouldn't be joking around about it so much that I call myself a walking, a functioning depressant. You know what I'm saying? Whether you up or down.
Right,
I
right,
say that all
right,
the time
right.
about this. I mean, I'm depressed, man. I was like, but I could be all right in life, or I could be, or I'm searching for something and I'm looking for a quick result, but that's not the best way of dealing with that. And going back to, I believe what you mentioned, going back to your original question, Rick, how do I deal with it? Definitely moving my body.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm locked in, I just get to the gym and I just put them headphones on and just rep by rep, set by set, and then you feel good. You always feel good leaving the gym. I ain't never leave the gym feeling like I had a half-ass workout unless you just out of it and you just not even focusing on the task at hand.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna have a half-ass workout. But if you go in there and you lock in and you just move your body, you get the heart rate up, I always feel better leaving the gym, man.
Yeah.
That's one of the ways that I
And that happens too. Like sometimes you don't even be fully focused and stuff. Sometimes you be like your mind be cloudy and stuff.
Yeah,
But you know,
yeah.
you still get through it.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, my bad, G. I cut you off. All right, I was about to say what I remember my first time dealing with like heartbreak or heartache, dog. You know what I'm saying? I was like slightly depressed. The only thing I used to do, dog, JT money and push-ups, dog. Come on that JT money, whole problems.
Yeah.
No problems ain't no
Yeah,
problem.
then next thing you know, I just do a whole bunch of burnout push-ups, dog. So I can't do no more push-ups. And that used to help me like crazy, dog. Like for like probably like an hour, 30 minutes or whatnot. Then like you back to like feeling it. That was my first little depression state, dog. The push-ups kind of like helped me get through it.
Yeah, I think that's crazy because we were speaking off camera before you came.
Yeah.
But the JT money was always like the remedy
Yeah.
back then. But I think as I've grown, I think I tried the JT money remedy one time, and boy, it was working for like the first hour or two. But I think when I started to have a drink with Don Julio. After that, boy, that JT money went out the window because sometimes when you listen to certain music, it helps depending on what side of the heartbreak you're on.
Yeah.
So like if you go listen to Lil Baby and Lil Baby, or you listening to what's my guy name? Rilo Rodriguez.
Yeah.
And like you hearing from the standpoint that they're speaking from, they talking about like snatching somebody's chick.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, so if you on the standpoint that you don't want snatching somebody's chick, it's cool. But when you on the opposite side of like somebody get to play with something that you like, it's like, man, hold on, man. I ain't on that side right now. I'm cut this off. You know what I'm saying? So, but JT money and working out, you know, that's the remedy. But boy, it can get real deep.
Though.
Get real.
Yeah, you can, boy. Whoo. Yeah, I experienced some heartbreaks before.
Yeah.
I remember, boy.
Yo, what's good, world? Hey, check us out, fsc.academy, man. You looking to get your brand to where you want it to be. You got this idea and you need help with learning the right fundamentals to building a brand. Check us out, man. We here for y'all.
I remember going through a heartbreak like that, and I remember just like chilling there, like holding my chest, like, oh, I'm thinking, what's the buddy name? Like, this the big one. What's his name? Sanford. Like, what's the big one? I'm gonna die. I don't care. Talk about like breathing, like on like you about to die for real. You know what I'm saying? But to answer your question, to run it back, exercising like Reggie and KP said, moving your body, but then also like a way how I deal with it. Sometimes what I'm learning now is to avoid isolation, like so, because you're not the only one going through whatever it is. It don't got to be just dealing with love, but whatever it is, it could be whatever. Like Red said, you're trying to find something, but then you know when you actually speak to other people, like you said, people may be wearing it well.
Yeah.
But then you like when you start talking to other people, you like, oh, you feel like that too? Like we were talking about off camera. Oh, this person said they want to go on a date. We were like, well, date, man. Hey, this ain't date time right now. Right now it's snack time. But it's like you will feel like you're going through that by yourself.
Yeah.
But it's a universal feeling.
I feel that. I just like I'm more of I think I'm naturally an isolated person. Like I hang around my people, you know what I'm saying? If I hang around my people, I'm in the crib, I'm chilling, I'm vibing. I think the only thing with like to get to that point where you were saying where you able to kind of like connect with other people and y'all discuss problems and issues and shit like that. That's what thing you got to be around the right people, like people comfortable, people that'll uplift you and stuff like that. Like it'd be hard to find people you could open up to. You feel me? Because you could like certain people you could tell like, man, well I'm going through it right now. Da 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 da. But it's a a lot of different things that can. It's a lot of different issues that can lead you to feeling mentally out of shape. That'll have your mind like just running all day. I feel like that's how you get to the point of being mentally like messed up, when your mind is constantly like just running like a computer.
Yeah.
Like just
I like that term too, man.
Yeah.
That mentally out of shape. I think we were talking about that off camera yesterday.
Right.
You know that's a term because like you said, that buzzword mental health. Some people abuse it. Some people, take advantage of that word and use it as a safety net. But being mentally out of shape is real, man.
Yeah.
You might be physically in shape, but sometimes, man, you just create stories in your head. You preparing for the worst, but you actually in a good space. Sometimes you can't just live in the moment, or you anticipating growth so fast that you're not even realizing or trusting the process. So, or you might hit a roadblock. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be up forever. Sometimes you just gotta like weather the storm a little bit. Don't make harsh decisions. Relax, pump the brakes a little bit, and stay mentally in shape. That's a real thing. I like that term, man. Being mentally out of shape, because that's a real thing. You gotta exercise this brain.
Yeah,
facts. I think that's another way of dealing with, along with the working out. I feel like that mental exercise you talk about. I feel like reading and like other creative activities definitely play a big role. Just one, get your mind off of stuff. And then two, also like, I feel like just improving your life in general is just a way to kind of battle that type of either stagnation or depression. Because you always want to level up as a person. You want to level up. I mean, most people, right?
Yeah.
I don't know about everybody, but most people want to level up. So I feel like reading and just like getting yourself better, probably taking some classes and learning new skills. I feel like that'll definitely help a person. I mean, at least me personally, that definitely helps me in like getting my mind off of certain things.
So diving into a good book.
Yeah, dive into a good book, change your mindset a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Learn some new stuff and explore different ideas and shit. Yeah, most definitely.
I ain't gonna lie. So like, you know how like certain things lead to depression or like you being mentally out of shape, like financial issues and shit like that. Yeah. Or relationship issues, but like I feel like when your mind and your heart is connected and connecting on the same thing and like constantly like focusing on the feeling or like the thought that you're going through, I feel like that's when you go overboard. You feel me? Cause like when like at one point in life, things wasn't as great as they was for me right now. You feel me? Like I'm like when I was a jit, it used to be all us in, like the apartment or whatnot. There wasn't always food in the crib. Things weren't great. But niggas was not depressed about that shit.
Facts.
Look back, that was the funnest time of my life, kid. You feel me? Like, and I ain't even know it was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So like, back then we wasn't focusing on damn like. It's a hole at the bottom of my shoes, whatever. It's like you knew it was or whatever. You was happy just to, you know what I'm saying, just to be alive, for the littlest thing, you get to split a Happy Meal with somebody you happy about that. But now, like, since we got so much or went through life and you just can't be present enough to kind of like be thankful for the little things how you was then, you feel me?
I think comparison starts to kick in. I think before you said, off camera you talked about like it's so many screens.
Yeah.
So back then at that time, it's not so much things you can compare it to. Like I said, like if you're in an apartment and you're around other people that's in an apartment, and like you guys are sharing the same vibes, same struggles.
Yeah.
So it's not really like you're not really venturing out and then seeing other stuff, because once you start traveling, that's when you start to realize, man, there's more out here.
Yeah.
Then just like how you were saying, like back in the days, coming from just saying standing over town and coming up to by the stadium.
Yeah.
You might think you don't went out of town.
Nah, G shit.
But
Well,
you getting a chance to see other stuff.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so when you don't have anything to compare things to, then you feel like things are straight. That's like when people like they go out of town, you take a trip, you be like, man, if I can get one of these girls from the islands and bring them over here to the States, it's straight.
Yeah.
But it's only gonna be good until she start understanding how the culture over here works.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when she started getting exposed to what's going on over here, it's gonna create a new monster. But back over there, you can't compare it to anything. You know what I'm saying? So,
Which I say, comparison is like the thief of joy, man.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I think,
most definitely.
Especially in this day and age with social media. Huh?
yeah, if you're looking at it for if you're looking at it for comparison, then it's gonna steal your joy. But if you look at it like, boy, my boy, I see that boy Reg done grabbed another crib. If you look at it like motivation,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, I ain't gonna lie, okay, that motivate me.
Facts.
Instead of like I'm comparing, it's just more so like, boy, I see that boy Reg, I see KP, I see Rick, I see B, whoever I see them did this. You know what I mean? It's more. I'm happy for them first, and then I'm motivated, but I'm not comparing like, oh, he got
Facts.
that type of work.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think we ever really been that type to compare. None of us, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of the things I like the most about like us as a crew and whatnot. But I feel like if we were to, even like if we was to take it a step further and be looking at how other people may be running their business or may not be running their business, how far their business going and stuff like that, I feel like we'll be like mentally like shook up a little bit. You feel me? Because on the outside, like this, if you was to like just look at these reels, commercials, posts or whatever, it's meant to look good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the intent is to make it look like sauce, like make it look great. You know what I'm saying? If you compare to that, then like, man, you go be really wondering like, damn, what I'm doing wrong like in life, or you know what I'm saying? Like how everybody else moving faster than me and shit like that. I don't really like to think like that, dog. Like, you feel me? I don't even like to receive that, like, to interpret whatever I'm looking at. I don't even like to like receive it that way. I seen somebody, I seen like I was just strolling and I seen this dude, like somebody I followed, they put they posted a new whip, and I'm thinking to myself, like, man, that's awesome. But I'm seeing like people in the thing hating. I'm like, man, I don't even, just in that little space, I'm like, dog, why even like put it up so you could like get that type of energy back? You feel me?
Yeah.
So, and I just even just to tack on to what you were saying originally, how do you combat mental health? Like some other stuff that I might do is I said this before, I believe on another podcast, is like just try to protect my entry points. So meaning like paying attention, being aware of what I look at, what kind of shows I'm looking at, being aware of what kind of music I listen to, because that influence, the way how you feel. You know what I mean? And that could affect, that affects my my mental health as well. And so I'm just kind of going down a list, because I know when you started off originally, you was talking about how do you combat, pretty much how do you combat mental health. And so for me, like I wrote down too, it was just like, I also try my best to keep a relationship with God. It don't have to be church though. You don't gotta make it churchy, but to keep that relationship, because a lot of stuff that people are going through and that void that they're looking to fill is really that relationship. But what happened is that you don't really you don't recognize it until you hit rock bottom, and then you try to like double back and try to get prayer. And
Yo, check us out on IG, FSC Brand Academy, and hit the link below, fsc.academy. Let's go.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
And but like I said, for me, that's my thing. But I really do feel for a lot of people that don't really have that relationship. because it's a sunken place. You know what I mean? Because then what happens is that you try to fill that void by clubbing, and you try to fill that void by
Different
finding
vices.
another like different
Another
vices,
vice,
like
yeah.
a woman. You try to fill that void by you drink your way out of it, smoke your way out of it, and it's not really it's not gonna happen. Like, you're just gonna feel crazy. That's why you said earlier, whether you up or you down.
Yeah.
You said that earlier about why you up or you down, but it's still
You
gonna
just still
always
feel it.
be something where you feel like you're missing out, and really and truly, that's what it is. And then you also got to realize your purpose and your assignment, and it may not be driven by money. So that's why it's not really sexy to people, because sometimes your purpose may not be for you to generate a ton of bread. It might just be for you to you might be in a neighborhood just talking to kids that's, you know what I'm saying, that you just hollering at the kids, just giving them some game. That might be your thing, where they mom and dad can't even get through them, but when they see Rick pull up in the vert, you might hit him, you might lace him with something real quick, and that might be like, I ain't gonna lie, I love seeing that boy Rick, boy. Like, he can get through to these people, and my parents can't even get through to me like that. You know what I'm saying? Or either in any way. You know what I'm saying? So, but like that. But those are just some ways that I combat. Well, I try to combat those things. You know what I'm saying? Because even like you were talking about earlier, them heartbreaks and stuff. I know I was going through something like that, boy. Boy, those gospel songs ain't too good when you hurting, boy. It be sounding good when the gospel song is great when you feel great. But boy, when you going through it, boy, them gospel songs don't hit the same. Just like I say, JT Money wasn't hitting the same. The JT Money with the push-ups wasn't tapping in, and them gospel songs wasn't tapping in either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you. I ain't gonna lie. For me, when I am feeling lost mentally or even out of shape, where I done wreck my brain thinking about one thing too much, just letting it beat me up or whatever. Yeah. The way I do it is like I go outside. I gotta get active. Like, I go to the gym too, but I gotta like take a walk. I gotta be outside. I gotta hop on the canoe or something, dog, the kayak. I gotta do something outside where I feel like I'm away from everything, and like I really like could. Sometimes I go to places where I could like get loud and like scream, shout. Like, I done that shit at the warehouse a lot. Like late night, if I'm really fucked up, like, and I'm just like going that bitch and scream real loud, like a couple times.
Do it right
and
now.
the mic is gonna sound loose. But like I done been to that job, like, especially like our early years, dog. Like, I done been in that shit because niggas is going through it, dog. Like, between, like, you know what I'm saying, like. But nobody will never know until I tell them, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Until everybody else be like, man, Rick vibing, he on vibes. But you never know what somebody going through, what they thinking about, how they heart feel, how they head feel at the same time. It's crazy when you really connected to yourself and you could really feel your feelings, and you know how you feel, and you could understand your feelings, and then you thinking about the shit at the same time. Yeah. I think when you like really aware of yourself, that's when the shit get crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, mentally, cause you know how you feel, and it's like, damn, what you do to get out of that shit.
Yeah. Going back to what you just said, man. That's why I feel, me personally, I be trying to, and I feel it's important that we practice understanding that because people going, like you said, people going through things you don't really know what they're going through. So I know sometimes people may act a little certain way and be like, damn, boy, that shit kind of crazy how buddy acting. But it's like, you just thinking about yourself at the time and how that's affecting you, but you're not thinking that buddy could probably like really be going through something he's not even sharing, or he's not even like really making it known. So I feel like practicing understanding is one thing that a lot of people need to kind of start thinking about. And another thing I want to say is, because a lot of things we saying is, to me, I'm listening to everyone talking, And it's really going back to like mindfulness, like how you was back in the day. Like you ain't have much, but you was like having fun.
Yeah.
You was just in the present. You know what I'm saying? So that's really all about like mindfulness. Even like when you talk about God, like you really being mindful when you just being in the present. So I feel like, and that's hard to do these days. You know, we got social media, you got screens everywhere and stuff.
You got
So
social media.
So
You
it's
got
just
so
tough.
much you done built. You feel me?
Yeah.
So like yo,
Sounds
low key,
real.
if niggas was
Yeah.
to go back to the like, I'm down to do whatever. You know what I'm saying, to survive.
Yeah.
But like if a nigga shit got stripped down, everything we built, and I had to start all over right now, like
You probably strip, huh?
I'm just saying like that shit would depress me. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
to
of
be
course.
like to have to learn how to like.
It's humbling.
To have to learn how to screen print again and like really be folding shirts and doing that all over again, like you feel me, like so it's crazy, like you know, you could be mindful and be in the presence, but it's at the same time it's kind of like when you going up, like niggas who like fall down from a like they come down but they fall down hard because of whatever their situation be. I kind of understand that shit for real. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
like people who
put it
like
in perspective for real.
you know what I'm saying, who be balling and go broke that same year type shit, like or playing basketball and mismanaging their money or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Like what?
I ain't gonna lie. Even just going back to what you said, 'cause I know I gotta practice that too. Being understanding and mindfulness, 'cause that's big to understand that and recognize when you have to apply those things. I think this year it's been strange for me because I ain't gonna lie, man. I know I was sharing something with Reggie one time, I believe last week, just from a book that I was reading, and it was like it was talking about boundaries, and I ain't gonna lie, boy, that book is so dope. And it's it not saying that it created a monster, but I feel like I do gotta practice those things. But I think I've been practicing that stuff for life, for a majority of my life, and I think that people took advantage of that. And so now, being that people took advantage of my understanding and my mindfulness, now it's like even just I'm not finished with the book, but reading that book about boundaries is making me understand that. How we say that we love ourselves, but we don't really love ourselves in the way that we think we do, because of the stuff that we let family members get with, family members and whatever, any sort of relationship, you let people get away with things, and it shows that when you allow that to happen, people run all over you. So that's why, like now, a lot of my relationships, I feel like people are feeling a different feel, but it's more so of me, like I gotta protect myself now, because that was leading me into that'll ruin your mental health. You know what I'm saying? That'll ruin your mental health because of sometimes you being so understanding. So it's like somebody could be stepping on your toe, and you know, like we was having a conversation one time. It was like and I said like you keeping the peace out here, but you have the war on the inside. Internally, you fighting the war, but on the outside, you creating peace. But everybody else moving in peace. So it just say like, if you're doing something for somebody, let's say financially, and you continue to do that same thing for that person over and over, they looking for you for the bailout. And now it's like, dang, it's like, you know, you keep doing this, you're gonna run yourself dry.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're trying to be understanding. You're trying to understand what this person might be going through, or you know, you being mindful, but it's gonna
deplete you too.
It's gonna deplete you.
Yeah, man.
So
You know
you need understanding for yourself too. That's what it sounds like. Like understanding, having an understanding for other people, but definitely having an understanding and giving yourself grace and it's knowing your boundaries. So I feel you on that. That's real.
And going back to that word boundaries, man, it's like you in tune with yourself, G. Like you'll know.
Yeah.
But then sometimes, like all of us, because we naturally got big hearts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You'll know what not to do, but you're still out of the goodness of your heart. You still gonna like, man, if I got it, you got it. But then if you keep doing that over and over again, then you're enabling, you're creating a unhealthy relationship with that person, whether it's friends, fam, your significant other, whatever it is. Because they know at the end of the day, this is my safety net.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I fall flat on my face, like, oh, I know who to call,
Yeah.
or they got me for real.
Mm-hmm.
So the setting boundaries, even when we had that conversation, it's one thing to know the boundaries, but it's even harder to keep them. And that's something that I'm learning right now in this new chapter of my life, yo. It's like I'm going to set a boundary, and then I have to keep it. I have to enforce it.
Yeah.
It's like something you got to mentally practice every day, or every time you presented with that. You know what I'm saying? With any situation, you just got to really enforce it, stick to it, and naturally that person's going to even respect you more in the long run, because, okay, boom, when the time is right, and if you are in a position of doing something for somebody, then you know you're really doing it for real. And it's not that this is my safety net, you got it. You know what I'm saying? And because whether it's business, relationship, we've even seen it, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes with people that we may employ or that we interact with, vendors, manufacturers, whoever it is, like if we continue to not set certain boundaries or allow certain things to happen, not only is it going to hurt us, but it's also hurting that other person as well.
Facts.
So it's important to like set them boundaries, but keep them.
Yeah.
I think in the long run.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, you said something, and that's what I realized too. Like, I'll be aware of things.
Yeah, you be knowing.
But the thing is, what I noticed too, whether in business or personal life, it's one thing to be aware, but it's one thing to take action. Right. And I think that what was happening was I would know but not take action. So it's like I don't know who I was speaking to. It was like, man, yeah, you got discernment, but if you don't exercise what it is, then it doesn't really matter. Like it's okay to know, it's okay to read the books, but if you don't apply the knowledge that what you just read, it don't matter how much you could read all the books in the world. Right. Like even years ago, all these guys were smarter than me. I just see these guys reading books on real estate, and they reading the books, but they're not gonna buy nothing.
Right.
And I'm gonna go and gamble. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna go and gamble and mess up, and that's what I was doing. And then the same people, when you speak to them years from now, they'll be telling you about the book and seminar that they went to, but they still haven't jumped out there yet. Gotcha. That boy, Reg's making his chest jump.
Boy, I'm cold as hell.
That thing kind of wild. That boy,
I know I'm gonna cut you out. Hey, I'm the only one getting the AC.
I thought I seen it, but I
it's freezing, boy.
No, I see that boy Reg making his chest jump. Boy, that boy, Reg a beast, boy. But yeah, nah,
hey, mental health, huh?
Yeah, mental health. But you know that's one thing with mental health is that you gotta make sure that you around people that make you laugh.
Yeah.
Because boy, if you're not laughing, boy, you gonna end up crying.
We be going through it.
The life as an entrepreneur, boy. What we be saying? You gotta smile through the pain.
You gotta smile.
You gotta laugh through the pain.
What? Going for G sometime was been go downhill, bro. This nigga G will smile through disaster. That shit be funny, bro.
Yeah, no, but I know all right. So we talked about.
What I did want to ask, like, what are some of the feelings that you? What are some of the things that you, like? All right, you know how like to some people, like you would say mental health, how you feeling mentally, and they wouldn't know what you were talking about, like as far as like what are the symptoms of you being out of shape mentally.
Boy, I think I checked all the boxes recently.
Hey, what's up, family? If you haven't already, if you're not following us at FSC Brand Academy, go ahead and do that right now. And also check us out at our website, fsc.academy. Don't hold back. Let's get it. The world needs your yes. Peace.
Boy, I'm just like, you just tired for no reason. I'm working out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
I'm
real.
Doing this and that, and then it's like 6, 7, 8 o'clock, like you said
Sleeping
the other
a
day.
lot.
Like,
Yeah.
when I'm like about to check out at 8 o'clock at night.
Wake up tired. Still.
And you just drain, man. I just know we probably carry a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because one, we're responsible for a lot of things. Two, is like like when you get to a certain point in life, and then things are not moving exactly how we envisioned, for whatever reason, it's always gonna be a reset, man. Shit ain't gonna always be up forever. Like you said, you look at ball players and like, how the hell you squandered $128 million contract?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It could happen just like that.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it'll have your mind going in overload and just mentally draining. So some of the symptoms is like, man, I've just been getting exhausted.
Yeah.
And to keep it super G, we've been saying, yo, working out. I'm gonna keep it all the way real with y'all, man.
Yeah.
On Saturday,
Mhm.
I kid you not, I'll show you my phone. I was looking through the shipping fees or whatever. I went inside a yoga joint. I said, I woke up good. I'm like, man, I'm about to get a good workout in.
Yeah.
I did a little comparison and contrast. I'm like, nah, this ain't adding up. I had my mat laid out and all, the weights right there. I'm about to do a 45-minute straight hit class. I left everything there and left, man. I got it right on the laptop, and it was like, yo, these numbers, it was killing me. It was mentally draining, but what I should have really did was just stay in present, work that out, get a good sweat in, don't overload my mind, don't put so much pressure on myself, and then come up with a solution. Even wife was like, yo, there's always a solution for something. Just breathe it out. Even at this big ass age of mine, man, I'm still learning and
Nah,
shit,
of course.
how to,
That's good.
deal with my own pressures and shit that I put on myself. But it's always a solution, though. You know what I'm saying? Even before y'all walked in here, you heard me on the phone with our guy, and we found a solution. It stung a little bit. I'm like, damn, I wish I knew about this earlier, but it's always a solution. So, long story short, I should have just stuck with my workout, focused on what I was really intending doing that day, keep my spirits high, keep my energy good, my endorphins flowing. But instead, I let my mind trick me out of just being on point. And I'm still learning, dog.
So you being tired, you think you like that's a tiredness, is that like you feel like sometimes you feel like you burned out?
Yeah, like indecision. What is that
Indecision
term?
fatigue.
Indecision fatigue. Just mentally drained. You know what I'm saying? And just maybe not looking at everything and just just know that there's a solution for everything, dog. You know what I'm saying? Just looking at the situation and just knowing that this too shall pass. Instead of drowning in it and sitting in it. But
I know those symptoms, boy. Going to sleep early, waking up tired, like everything, like, boy, you eating and then you don't even want to eat.
No appetite.
You know, no appetite. You know, so you like you just feel like you squinting. Like you got a headache where like you squint your eyes, like that stress be real. You know what I mean?
You can't tell. You can't even tell when it is. You don't even know you're stressed sometimes.
Boy.
And that's something we all gotta manage, man, is our stress levels. Because to be honest with you, in our community, that's one of the biggest things that check us out. Stress, man.
Stroke.
I don't want to miss anything either, too. So I just want to throw this out here and see if it like some of the things that destroy mental health. So we had like finances. Relationships, over leveraging in relationships, comparisons. We talked about grief, drugs, childhood trauma, burnout, bad diet and stress. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie. So like with the drugs, I smoke. I done tried like other drugs and shit like that.
Like coke?
Nah. Not yet, at least. You feel me?
Not yet.
I ain't gonna lie. Not yet, at least. I haven't like had the
What?
I haven't had the, like the desire to want to, take it to that level or nothing like that. Like slowly but surely, like
Nah, don't do that, bro.
slowly but surely, I'm getting off the weed. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't touching the white. You know what I'm saying? Nah. If it becomes legal, I might start selling it, but I ain't gonna. I ain't gonna use it. You feel me? But dog, with the drugs, like with the weed. Like, you know how I was saying, like, your heart and your mind is connected, or depending on what the person you are. But, like, dog, on the trees, kid, if you not mentally straight, I feel like that shit will fuck you up even worse, dog. Like, for me, dog, nigga, I remember I had a joint one time, dog, and I don't know what the hell I was going through. I decided to go get a haircut to, get cleaned up. And I'm getting a cut. And I just started feeling like my face just got sad, kid. I felt it in the inside too. That nigga Leland said, "Hey man, whatever that you was smoking, dog, stop that shit." I was thinking about that job so hard, dog. Whatever I was going through, I was feeling it too. I was like, dang, dog. Like, and the crazy thing, dog, is too, like, whatever you going through, if you keep going, you gonna get through it. You feel me?
Hold on, run that back.
No, that's real. I know exactly what you mean.
Whatever you going through, if you keep going, you go get through it.
Yeah.
You don't even gotta do nothing. Like, you just keep going about your daily
pushing.
routine. Stick to the plan. You're going to be straight, bro.
Yeah.
If the chick leaves you, keep going. You're gonna get another one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The bread going, keep going. You gonna make some more. You know what I'm saying? Anything. All you gotta do is just not focus on the thought. You don't have to overthink about it. You don't have to overfeel it. You know what I'm saying? Like you just gotta learn from it. I got that shit from you, G, cause like I know some things I went through, niggas share, and you be like, man, boy, what you learned from that thing? When you first asked me, I was like, damn, why does nigga ask me what I learned? You feel me? But like in hindsight, it used to make me think. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, boy, nigga can't. And when I think, you know, I kind of like reroute it. Like, all right, I made this mistake, I made that. This one I ain't gonna do no more. You know what I'm saying? So I don't go through that feeling.
Repeat it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So,
Because I agree 100% with what you said. Like going through, because you got to keep going, especially like with heartbreak. But there's some things that, boy, you just can't keep going that way. But what you saying, you got to keep going though.
Yeah,
for
you gotta
sure.
keep going.
Like so, if you lose a job, you need to go and hustle and keep going. You lose a chick, ride out, keep going. But there's because you got some people who would take what you just said. I know everybody up here know what you just said. But you got some people that would take what you just said and say, okay, well, if I'm keep doing it, I'm doing it wrong. I'm gonna continue to keep doing it wrong. And it's not that. Like some things.
Nah, it's most definitely not that. I ain't
I
saying
know
it
what
that
you
way.
mean.
Yeah. I'm saying just don't give up. You feel me?
Yeah, you gotta clarify.
You could like if you doing something that is hurting your head or hurting your heart or hurting your feelings, like either way, if you doing something, try to recognize what you're doing that's making you feel that way. Figure out a way to not do that no more, but keep going, don't stop. Cause you got some people, men, women, whoever, they going through stuff, they might just stop bathing. You know what I'm saying? That may be a part of they like mentally they just crashed out and now they can't take care of themselves on the outside. You know what I'm saying? Like all I'm saying is keep fighting. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the end of the world. It's just the end of the day. It's the end of the hour. Like we living in time. Like shit could change by the second. And you know what I'm saying? I seen that. It feels crazy when you going through stuff. You know what I'm saying? But just try your best not to think too hard about it. I feel like if you develop a short-term memory towards the things that are hurting you or making you feel bad, then you at a better chance of, you know what I'm saying, moving on about your day and your life and stuff like that. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you. What would y'all say to like, if your finances getting slow, it's getting low now, and you know that's gonna affect your mental health, especially for men, because you know men have a certain role to, you know, to provide, protect, in different ways, and so you just say it financially, your money going the opposite way. You know what I mean? Like how do you prepare your mind for that? Because like right now, what's going on with, you know, a lot. I mean, even we feel it. We felt it. We feel it right now in business. And even just speaking to some people that we know that hold high positions in huge companies, also said that, you know, they're experiencing like record lows.
Yeah, from mom and pop to small businesses to even huge corporations.
Huge corporations, like.
Yeah, but how you get your mind right on that, bro? Because you was the guy that was then on me guy. Yeah. For 10 people, hey, it's on me. Hey, just put on this card here. So like, how do you like? Because you have to strip back now. Yeah. Because now we not paying for 10.
I think
everybody card get on a separate check. You're like, that's what it is.
Got alligator arms all of a sudden.
What it is?
Alligator arms. Nobody want to reach. Check that. Nobody want to. I'm gonna split this. I only had a water. Like, damn, dog. Like for real. Yeah. You know how that junk go. We all experienced it, man. But honestly, I think you just gotta have that conversation with yourself. First, understanding the situation, because sometimes we live in denial, and we always try to say, what we normally throw around the shop is like, yo, it ain't gonna correct itself. One, you gotta actively understand the situation that you're in, or that we in, or whatever it is, and knowing when to pivot, you know what I mean? Or just knowing when to learn from that mistake and then falling back. And then once you realize, okay, this is the situation that we in or that I'm in, okay, it's time to cut back. It's time to like make smarter decisions. Yeah. It don't mean to just make a full 360. You just got to like fall back on some things and then realize that, okay, what's necessary and what's not necessary. You know what I'm saying? And I think that'll help you not have a cloudy judgment on certain things and then move forward in a positive direction. Yeah. Just understanding the situation that it is. Don't be in denial about it. And then okay, now what's the solution behind this? Yeah. How do we get back past this?
I think the financial part of it is for me is.
Put the mic up. Yeah.
My bad. Yeah, the financial part for me, like I ain't gonna lie to you, I never been through a point where it's like, damn, like even though I've been through points where a lot was coming in and then it, like it goes up, it goes down. I done seen it. Like we used to call that shit the seesaw back in the day. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like we used to be able to joke about it, like. But
joking no more, huh?
Ain't no joke.
It hurts. It's bleeding.
What are we all just start crying on the podcast? Start crying.
Nah, but I never been through it like that. But I feel like I ain't gonna lie, though. I just feel like I can't like let that type of stuff bother me, dog. Like I don't feel like I'm that fortunate to be bothered, kid. Like I can't, like I feel like I don't know, like man, like what you gonna do? Like I'm blessed enough to, you know what I'm saying, have that much, you know what I'm saying, heart or be strong minded to know I could get it back. You feel me?
Yeah. I want what he's having. I ain't gonna lie. I want what he's having.
I answer your question and to also like echo what Reg said, like definitely taking a step back and getting realistic. Yeah. Gotta get realistic, man, because money keep coming out and ain't nothing coming in, then it's gonna start. You gonna start seeing that effect for real.
Yeah. What
effects? Huh?
Effect.
Yeah. So definitely like take a step back, but also like what I said earlier. One of the ways of dealing with it is learning new skills, like taking a course, logging on to FSC.academy. Learn how to, create a brand and like all that different type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's like better yourself, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's the way to kind of like at least prepare yourself, you know what I'm saying? For the impending doom.
Yeah, you need to like kind of like you said, like better yourself, soup yourself up, cause you don't want to be around here thinking like how you go, like you already in a crazy situation, and then you thinking how you can move quick or like combating it like with something that could move you in a negative. Like let's say for example, like you might be like, man, I ain't got it. Fucking, I'm gonna gamble what I do have, like not in something positive, just like probably like gambling, like at the casino or some shit like that. You already in a bad place, and then you done wasted your last little $200 on a crap game. You feel me? Like how? Like don't do nothing like that, cause that's gonna put you in a worse mental space. You feel me? Like, but
and that's the trap. I heard this. I know you had to finish your thought, but that's the trap.
Yeah,
and I heard this speaker. He said it. It's not my thoughts. He said that the trap stands for tricks right at pivots. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the times, like right before you about to make that pivot, you have to adjust. You got to get the skills that KP's talking about. That's a lot of times where those tricks come in at right when you're about to pivot and I'm about to pivot, then now you got to start questioning yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like now you might say, "Oh, I was never the smartest I never graduated school. I was the least thought about in my family." Those little tricks, your mind get to playing tricks on you. Somebody might just come around and say something to you and just throw you off. But like they said, like the gentleman said, he said, like it's a trap. Tricks right at pivots. You know what I'm saying? But But I know you was.
Nah, I was just saying like what like, and I feel like all y'all boys got that in y'all. I feel like the way we was raised, the way we seen our family, like, you know what I'm saying, provide for us and how they hustled or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I think going through those type of like, going through that adversity of how we was brought up into what we is now, like, I feel like, man, like, if something was to happen, niggas will run it up way faster than, you know what I'm saying, we ever did before, because, you know what I'm saying, how we were brought up and what we done been through. It's just adjusting mentally and, you know what I'm saying, to whatever's going on.
I don't know. This probably a wild thought, right? You just can't. It's like wow. Kind of you said earlier, man. I'll do whatever. You do OnlyFans? Like if stuff hit the fan, like you do like a OnlyFans, like.
I ain't gonna lie, dog. Like,
the niggas, I ain't gonna lie, dog.
nah, like.
Oh,
Like, y'all
boy.
boys know me. Y'all know who I
Subscribers,
am.
huh?
Like, low key, I do it. The only reason why I wouldn't do it, dog, cause I ain't ashamed of me. You feel me? Like,
Big energy, huh?
nah, but
God, sheesh.
I'm not ashamed of who I am. The only thing I want to do it cause my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, they be proud of who I am and shit like that. It's like, damn, I seen your daddy slinging OnlyFans. Like, what the fuck?
Yikes.
Nah, if I was doing something else on OnlyFans, then like you don't have to be nasty
Right.
to be
Yeah,
on
you're
there.
right
you
about
feel
that.
me?
You can drop gems on there.
You
can
feel
have
me?
good-
But if I'm thinking like you saying be on OnlyFans on some like putting the wood on the table type. That's a hard one, dog. Like I don't think I like could ever.
Man.
I think that'll probably trigger me to be more depressed if I was to do it under those terms.
I feel you.
I gotta like what I'm doing to do it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like in some way, like I never worked fast food because like I ain't like that. But I worked every other. I gotta have some type of like for the job. Like even though I ain't like even though you know like Coca-Cola wasn't my dream job, I liked something about it. I was able to be outside and do it. I'm able to not be in one spot. I don't have a real boss supervisor working for me. I just walk in the store, service the store,
Driving around
clear.
and
Yeah,
shit.
I'm driving around in my car.
Mhm.
I like the fact that, you know, I'm walking in the grocery stores and, you know, playing with the workers from whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to like that to do it. But if I ain't like it and I was to do it over and over and over and over, I think that would lead to me being mentally, like, fucked up too, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like, imagine you don't want to strip, but you stripping every day, but you don't like that shit. That's eating you up, bro. Like, that's eating your mind and your heart up.
No, that's real.
Sheesh.
And then you probably got to drink.
Gotta get into some drugs.
Yeah.
alcohol, for real.
Yeah. Just to numb yourself.
Yeah, dog. So don't do it, dog.
You ain't gotta worry about me. I ain't gonna lie, that's what y'all guys doing.
I'm doing
Yeah,
the
yeah.
OnlyFans route.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Oh man.
Boy.
He get an awkward silence.
Nah, but I ain't gonna lie. I feel like we touched a lot, like about like being mentally health. I think the one thing we ain't talk about, you mentioned it a little bit,
Yeah.
is breathing.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got that shit written down too.
I ain't I never really practiced it until like recently. So like back when I was working a job, I had a therapist. He used to tell me certain shit, and like I was just like whatever. I was just trying to get like time off from work and shit, so I had to go talk to kid. Well, I wanted my time approved, so I had to go talk to him. But his name was Dr. Frills.
Yeah.
And he used to say, try breathing. Like, just sit there and breathe. Like, inhale, exhale, count, do a count, and just breathe. When I broke my leg that was a year and a half ago, like almost 2 years. When I broke my leg, and this was during COVID, the hospital was packed. I sat in the emergency room for over an hour, dog, with a broke leg. Gash in my leg, bleeding out, over an hour, dog. And when it really started hurting the most, and I was thinking about it most, I just started breathing, dog, like taking deep breaths and pushing those, the air that I was inhaling to the space that it was hurting. And breathing, like, kind of like helped take the pain away, dog. Like, for real. And, like, I don't know if y'all ever practice, like, meditation or breathing, exercising. But you could push the air to, you could push oxygen to whatever end of your body you want to. It's like when we smoke, you know what I'm saying? You could make it go back up and out your nose. We could push oxygen anywhere in our body. But you just got to really focus. And when I did that, it sound crazy, dog, but when I was doing that, like, low-key, the pain, like, the throbbing and the pain was, like, gradually, like, going away, dog. So I think, like, that's a big part of, like, getting rid of stress is, like, breathing exercises and shit like that.
No, yeah, for sure. That breath work, for sure. I actually do that, too, like you're saying, but I do it when I'm working out. Like,
okay.
Intentional, like, breathing, like, exhale on the exertion.
Yeah.
Inhaling and loading up when I'm, like, concentric motion and shit.
Okay.
So yeah, for sure, man. That breath work is important, because all that's tied to your brain and your mind, for
feeding
real.
it oxygen, for real.
Yeah,
it's the only way
exactly.
it's gonna function. Like, just getting that good intake and just feeding your mind, feeding your body, and then, like you said, translating those, like, transferring all that pain that you felt to the spot that it was, like, throbbing the most, and then all of a sudden you in tune with your body, and your body relaxed, your muscles are relaxed, you no longer feeling that pain, you ain't so tense and stressed. And you just breathe it out until it's time to, like, get taken care of.
You know, like, man, at that time in that space, I was more anxious. That's another way of being, like, mentally, like, out of shape too, being anxious, being, like, your anxiety because of the fact that you're trying to hurry up and you want to get, like, I'm bleeding. I'm like, damn, dog, I was mad that I hurt myself, you know what I'm saying? I'm experiencing all these different feelings at the same time. Like, got remorse on myself because of the fact that I'm like, damn, what the fuck I'm doing playing on the dirt bike for, dog? You feel me? I'm like, damn. I'm looking at my shit. I'm like, how long this shit finna be? I'm sitting there. That shit, I ain't gonna lie. At one point, I was low-key a little depressed. Like, the first couple days, I was like, damn, dog. How the fuck I done did this shit?
That's fair. I would be, too.
Yeah, G shit.
But I wouldn't put myself in that situation, though.
What, getting hurt?
I mean, I ain't gonna say, like, mistakes don't happen.
Yeah, I feel you.
Anything happens. Shit, but
I just be trying to live, dog. So,
evil
like,
Knievel vibe.
Yeah, I was just like, man, niggas just trying to have fun, dog. But it would have happened, like, me knowing me, how I be, like, trying to, like, hop on shit. It could have happened on a pause, man. But it could have happened on the skateboard. It could have happened on, like, you know what I'm saying? So, I just thank God I ain't died, because, like, it could have been worse. You feel me?
For real.
So, like, man.
Healed up.
I'm healed up. I'm good.
You went through it.
Yeah, gee, I had to. Because if I would have just laid down, then I probably have been overweight coming out of that. Like, you feel me? Like, all type of shit. And it's easy for you to get that at that point. Bruh, like, you just, like, you handicapped. So, like, dog, you can't really move. You can't go to places you want to go. You gotta rely on somebody to be there for you and stuff like that. And, like, boy, people got their own lives right now. Like, for real. Like, you know, like, on a Saturday, you probably gotta chill with King. You probably got something to do. You probably got something to do. It's like, damn, I want to go to the mall. Who will come? Nobody can't go to the mall. You know what I'm saying? You just sitting there, like, stuck. Like, but the way for that shit, when I was going through that, the way I really, like, I don't even know what I did. I was still going places. I was like, daredevil and that shit.
I know one of the, you know, at one point, shoot, in my first marriage, you know what I'm saying? Like I was going through this long. It took me longer to get divorced, longer than I was actually married. You know what I'm saying? One, it was the pandemic situation, then it just got ugly and all this other extra shit that was going on or whatever, right? So I found myself in a weird space, like in a depressive state. You know what I'm saying? I was at my old my old girl crib, just laying on the couch one day, just like sitting with my thoughts, like, damn, how the hell, one is like, I don't like to feel in nothing in life, and then you feel like a failure, and you feel you got all these emotions going on, and my old boy, he didn't even give me no pep talk, no long sit down, drawn out conversation. He's like, hey man, you ain't the first person to go through this, you ain't gonna be the last, man. And then that's all I needed to hear, dog. I ain't gonna lie, that was just simple words that he said, and I'm like, damn, you right. You know what I'm saying? This shit really just be happening. It's just, it is what it is. And when that clicked, I was just on like, all right, now it's time for me to just find who I am again. Let's get past this and let's rock. And I ain't never looked back since. You know what I'm saying? It's just understanding the situation and just going through it. Like you said, you just got to go through it. Ain't nobody coming to save you. You really just got to get through it, learn from it, and get through it. Yo, I know y'all tuning in, but quick, dope commercial break. Look, check this out. Go to FSC Brand Academy, and also check out the link below, fsc.academy, to get some enlightenment, man. We're giving you all the shortcuts that we wish we took.
Everybody want to drop a little piece before we
I'm good.
smash out? Yeah.
We can smash out there in Woolston.
Yeah, you probably drop. Well, what I would say, I guess everybody can get they outro. Well, what I would say is a lot of I would say don't allow irresponsible people to be at peace around you while you're the responsible person going through hell, literally. You know what I mean? So don't allow that, because I think that's where that can lead you to a road of deteriorating your mental health. So just kind of like being aware of it, and then if people are irresponsible, let them pay for being irresponsible. That's the only way you're gonna help them really to grow.
Facts.
So I would say that.
I would say, honestly, understand the situation, learn from it, get through it. Don't wait on nobody to come and save you. And just, honestly, you just got to learn from it. You know what I'm saying? It's not repeating something that you went through save you a lot of time, money, and energy, and heartache, all of the above. So just learn from it.
I would say take the time you need to kind of be present. Give yourself that space to feel those emotions you do feel, but don't soak in them, and don't just stay in them, but kind of get moving and get active, and find your tribe, ones that you connect with and that connect with you, and it could be anybody for real, and just go through it, like you said, go through it, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good at the end. So
I would say try to your best to like put some energy into being creative. Find a way to express yourself, like in other words than like talking. I know when I started like doing music, like at first wasn't doing it under the terms of me being stressed out or like in a certain, like feeling bad or nothing like that. But when I was feeling bad and I did like go, like try to be creative, make a song or whatever, it does feel better. Like that helps out a lot. Like just like making your mind go to another place and space. Cause I ain't gonna lie, dog, it's hard to create when you feeling bad. But when you do get to a space where you want to be creative, it kind of like takes the bad feeling away, because you're just not thinking about it no more. So it kind of like takes you out of your reality for a little bit and puts you in a whole nother world. So like that's one of the things I do, and I feel like it should be something that everybody else do too.
For sure.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, 4 quarters.
4 quarters, baby.
Yep.
4 quarters.